Does this work in the back? Okay. I've been watching this go up and down, and it reminds me of Tuesday morning. I had my annual cardio checkup to make sure I'm going to live until my life. And for the first time in a long time, I measured my height. I'm 2.5 inches shorter than I was when I joined the Navy in 1956. I'm really pissed. I just have one. I need to explain a couple of things that, a couple of words I'll be using. For a lot of us, it'll probably make sense, at least one of them will, but Constantine is one. Constantine was the guy who was a Roman emperor, and he gave to the Christian church all the hierarchy, the Pope and the bishops, castles, large and small, for their residences, and basilicas, large and small, for their churches, and ensured them that there would be a force of power that would make the church do the things he needed to be done. And then I refer to 4 Egyptian pillars. When the Christian church was deciding among all writings and everything what they were going to narrow it down to, there was a guy named Irenaeus who was one of the strong proponents of the 4 Gospels that we have now in the Christian church. And he referred to the reason for having 4 because there are 4 points in the compass, the winds blow from 4 directions, and there are 4 pillars that hold up the heavens. And all those came from the Egyptian religion. Whatever was the forerunner of the religions in the Mediterranean and northwestern India came down from the Caucasus, so moved with the European languages. But before that, the religion of Egypt had a very strong influence on religion and beliefs in the Eastern Mediterranean, or Western Eastern Mediterranean. So I refer to the 4 Egyptian pillars. This is a poem came from, I'm reading Raul Sanchez. He read here last, or led a cover last month. And in one of his poems, I'm taking an epigram from that, and I'll start with that. The title of the poem is The Sword and the Cross. And it's kind of a rant. Blessed cutlass handle shaped like a cross, absolved by the blood of Christ the Lord behind their shields, christening the land with their cross on the sand. Raul Sanchez. The sword and the cross and sword, ever thus expanded, empowered by Constantine. 4 Egyptian pillars name the Gospels of cross and sword, enslaved a continent, 1,000-year Reich, progress by atrocity. Do we move forward, or like the mule and its wheel, travel in a circle, grinding life's hopes in the name of the sword and the cross?
Thank you, Jim. Next, we're going to hear from Robin. This is Robin's first time. Let's hear it.
I came to support a friend from high school that I haven't seen in 22 years, and she signed yeah. So
I'm like that.
It's pretty self-explanatory. I'm a mom, I'm a teacher, and so I'm also just turned 40, so I'm trying to figure out what I do now. Solely alone, containing the depths of my being's hunger, born of cravings needing capture. It is an intimate hunger, the empty ache, the silent growls. Private, coming from within, not always clear on what will satisfy or which being has a void. there deprived of being one of mine. The self, the mother, the wife, the lover, the daughter, the teacher, the friend, the dreamer, the artist, the child, the brat. Some have occasional cravings, simply gratified. Some have become emaciated by starvation. So many entities, all feeding on the same substance, each one taking the same bite and individual nourishment.
I love it when people read for the first time, when they come to this reading and read for the first time, and it's such a great, accepting, loving place to do that. So,
Yes, thank you.
thank you. Next, we're going to hear from another member of what we call the heroic lady movers from last Sunday. Loranger, come on up.
All right, I just stumbled upon this. I was in my notebook. It's a couple of years old, but it's a summer poem, so I thought I'd start with that. Finally summer, chairs outside the coffee house again, birds singing, blooms wafting fragrant, green fruits on vines and trees, garden growing faster than the slugs, windows open, socks off, bare arms, shaved legs, cat stretched full length on the back steps, sunglasses, glasses full of iced tea. Now we are all brown-bodied children of the sun, laughing and playing as if winter won't be back to suck the warmth from everything and turn us pale as ice. We happily forget it like the grasshopper, basking in the warm comfort of the right neck. All right, this is called Blind Ears. Even blind in one ear, I still hear what you're saying, despite the way you say it, despite the fact you don't hear me back. I pour it out for you and lay it on the table. It's not pretty, but I'm tired. I'm tired of trying to dress it up so your ears will take a second look. A little lipstick on the lobe doesn't alter the message or the messenger. Will you hear me? Can you see what I'm talking about? There are never ears so blind as those that just won't hear. Despite these ties that bind, I can't make myself clear. Preconceived thoughts always seem to interfere. I wish you had a third ear where your third eye would be. I wish you had a longing to really just listen